and a half to Showquest, 1 to Master Potton, 2 lengths further back in the field is Our Tristram on the outside of Waratah Magic, and 2 to Mappingly last of all. Rio Del Mar the leader, heading to the 1,000-metre mark. He's about a length in front of Current Status and Roberts Way. A length Jazeera fourth, a length away Showquest 50 inside, and then Master Potton. Waratah Magic a length and a half away with Our Tristram on his outside, and 2 lengths to Mappingly last of all. They haven't gone quickly along the back of the course, and Rio Del Mar a half Current Status, 2 to Roberts Way, half Jazeera, 2 further back Showquest, Master Pot on the outside, 2 out Tristram, next on the rail Waratah Magic, and about 3 to Mappingly, who'll need a big sprint in the run home. Coming around the home turn, and Rio Del Mar led from Current Status, Jazeera easing out 3 wide, Roberts Way just behind them, and then Master Pot and Showquest on the rail. Out Tristram coming to the outside, Mappingly still last, and Rio Del Mar went for home at the 400. He put 3 lengths now on Jazeera, running on well, and down the outside Master Potton finishing fairly well. Roberts Way on the rail from Current Status, Mappingly still third last. They're inside the 200, and Rio Del Mar with a good lead, about 3 lengths to Jazeera, and Master Potton on the outside. But Rio Del Mar, a class ride by Brett Preble, keeps it going in the run home, and Rio Del Mar a length and a half Jazeera, Master Potton third, and Mappingly fourth, gave away a big start in a slowly run race. Next Showquest, followed by Current Status, Roberts Way, Our Tristram, and Waratah Magic last of all. Rio Del Mar, ridden by Brett Preble, has taken it out. Number 2, Rio Del Mar, Brett Preble first. Second goes to 4, Jazeera, ridden by Luke Curry, and third, number 9, Master Potton, ridden by Stephen Baster.
Which has been over the steeples its last couple of starts as back last. School Rhymes left in front of the judge the first time by a half length to Stradivarius. Length and a half to Perfume Delight, who's going to settle down a low ease back to third now, and fourth is Rovos. Gee, there's not much pace about. Rebecca Ann has drifted back along the inside of Quick Dance as they're about to make their way out of the straight. Stradivarius hunted up now by Kerry Ferrugia and has the head in front of School Rhymes. They put the pace on at the 1,500, which suits Perfume Delight, who drops in 2.5 lengths away third with the perfect trail. Following it around is Rovos, and sneaking up on the inside Rebecca Ann, and 3 parts to Quick Dance last, about 5 off these leaders. Stradivarius having to work a neck in front of the 1,400 to School Rhymes with the inside running. Now Rebecca Ann's got right up on the inside of Perfume Delight to sit third, and Perfume Delight about a half length back fourth. Fifth on the inside there is Quick Dance, and on its outside quietly ridden Rovos is last of all. Again School Rhymes kicks up and joins Stradivarius as they go towards the 1,100. A little bit more pace now. Rebecca Ann's a clear third, and Perfume Delight has moved up fourth on the outside, and Quick Dance takes the inside run, and a length back Rovos, which has been quietly ridden. Inside the 1,000-metre mark, Stradivarius and School Rhymes go together by 2 to Rebecca Ann. Perfume Delight's travelling nicely, just a little bit wide from Quick Dance back along the inside, and Rovos is following the favourite and getting away from the rails now to make ground. Inside the 800, School Rhymes got a neck in front of Stradivarius, who's hard ridden. There by 3, Rebecca Ann, about to go past it, Perfume Delight. Quick Dance with the inside, and Rovos taking off now, following Perfume Delight around. At the 600 metres, School Rhymes in front of Stradivarius. Perfume Delight's come up very quickly, only 3 parts behind them, and Rovos is travelling well, a length and a half back fourth. Quick Dance is hard ridden, and Rebecca Ann is last. Perfume Delight on the turn, 400 to go, out about 5 wide. Went to the front, Rovos following it around. Stradivarius hard ridden, giving ground on the inside is School Rhymes as they make the turn from Quick Dance, Rebecca Ann, but Perfume Delight shot to the front, had a look over the shoulder now. Sam Holland goes for home by more than 2 to Rovos, who's sticking on well, and Quick Dance is running on from Stradivarius. Perfume Delight in front, Rovos is starting to pick it up. Perfume Delight 3 parts in front of Rovos, which is getting to it. Perfume Delight in front, we'll get there. Perfume Delight a long neck on the line to Rovos, and 8 away third, Quick Dance. Stradivarius has run fourth from Rebecca Ann, and one of the early leaders, School Rhymes, has run last of all.
Right down the outside, Rose of Atlantis, and over on the rails, Gaines Wonder. This boy Gardner might have pinched it here, I think, on Gaines Wonder. He's driven through on the rails. Grey Brianna right down the outside, Rose of Atlanta, but Gaines Wonder in front near the line, and Gaines Wonder coming from last on the rails wins. Close for second and third between Rusticity and Grey Brianna. Rose of Atlantis not a bad run out wide and just behind them. Then Real Easy, Like Steel, Cramden, and last to pull up in the race has had to be you.
Off and a good dispatch too. Oompa Loompa began quickly. Markstead out in a hurry in the early stages. Jogar jumped well, settling about the middle of the pack. Up there too is Taurlina. Santero easing back, but Markstead, he's got a bit of work to find the lead. Settles about a half in front of Taurlina. Oompa Loompa third, the inside, and Damascus Road fourth. One further back is Santero. 2 lengths then to Jogar, followed by a Little Beauty and Steppens, and a couple of lengths to Waterbridge last. Markstead led, heading to the 900. 3/4 Taurlina. Oompa Loompa on the inside third. Damascus Road pulling his way up wide, and they're followed by Santero, a Little Beauty. Jogar between horses, and 2 to Steppens and 3 to Waterbridge. At the 700 nearing the turn, Markstead the leader. Taurlina half a length away second. Oompa Loompa waiting for a run just behind the leader when they came to the home corner, and then came Damascus Road out wide. Off the track then is a Little Beauty when they cornered. Jogar working into it just behind the leading horses, and Santero needs a run. Markstead flat to the boards. Taurlina, Damascus Road coming at him the outside. Oompa Loompa just behind them. Santero can't get a run at them at the moment. He's held up, and Jogar sweeps on them out wide. 300 to go. Markstead the leader. Here comes Jogar winding up, and Steppens is running on well. Santero switches to the inside. Markstead still in front. Jogar at the 200, a neck behind and starting to come home. Markstead about a neck to Jogar. Steppens. Markstead fighting on. He's holding Jogar. 50 to go. Markstead pulls out enough. Here's the line. Markstead just beat Jogar in a close one. Steppens third. Then Santero. They're followed by Taurlina. Back behind those Damascus Road, Oompa Loompa, and a long break in the field then to a Little Beauty, and a bad last was Waterbridge.
Four really good chances. Others, of course, given each way shows. About to go. There they go. Young Laurie on the inside jumped as well as anything. Gentle Henry was slow out of the stalls with no other player. Drummond Chase goes up early and puts the head in front of Young Laurie with the inside running, and just behind them Proud Wonder. Centenary Walker's moving around the outside with Rhythmic Fella. Just back behind them Proud Wonder lost its early. Posse going past it. Zavaris, no other play. Eureka Success. Drifting back is Our Grey Nurse, and well back Gentle Henry with Rainy Night, and Tara's Petters last of all. Young Laurie on the inside by a half to 3/4 is headed by Drummond Chase. Drummond Chase gets a half to 3/4 now to Young Laurie. Rare Shoes just behind those with Rhythmic Valor. A length and a half to Zavaris coming around the outside of Eureka Success. On the turn, Gentle Henry's run right off the track with no other player. Zavaris got a check there, went back from the field with Our Grey Nurse as they flatten out. Drummond Chase 350 to go by a length and a half to Rare Shoe, and Young Laurie on the inside hooked away from the rail, starting to run on. Here's Eureka Success, Rhythmic Valor, and no other player right down the outside. Drummond Chase in front. Young Laurie's coming after it, and Eureka Success is running on. It's Drummond Chase the inside, joined on the outside by Young Laurie, going home the better. Scores by a length and a quarter to Drummond Chase. No other players run on very strongly. Might have got third over Eureka Success here, and Persecute from well back doing its best work at the finish from Our Grey Nurse, Gentle Henry and Centenary Walk with McVella. Rare Shoes dropped off. Zavaris was never really a chance with Tara's Pet, and back behind those runners at the finish Rainy Night and Proud Wonder.
They go. Telemon jumped in the air at the start and lost a couple of lengths. Charka Bay and Sir Telic bumped just after the start, and No Tepro and Mr. Walker and Bronze-Sky all began quickly. Sir Telic is bridging across from the outside. Gilded Knight is just behind them. Magic's Way is on the rails. News Force is out very wide on the track. When they settle into stride now, it's No Tepo in the middle, and on the inside Bronze-Sky just in front of Sir Telic, and then Mr. Walker. Telemon out deeper with News Force. Just behind them as they come down the dog's leg then is Charka Bay. Gilded Knight is on the rails, and Magic's Way is last. At the top of the straight now, Sir Telic is struggling here, and the leader is Bronze-Sky from No Tepo on the outside. They're fighting it out. They're clear of Gilded Knight, followed further back by Sir Telic. Now getting to the lead is No Tepo with 100 yards to go. Drew a length and a half clear. Running second to it is Bronze-Sky, and Gilded Knight getting up on the inside, but No Tepo is racing away, and No Tepo wins by about 2 lengths to Gilded Knight. Third is Bronze-Sky. Sir Telic is fourth. Further back in the race then Charka Bay, News Force, Mr. Walker didn't give a yelp. Telemon a long way back, and Magic's Way was last to pull up.
All set. Light flashing away 1,000 metres. Burren Court in 1, the Crushing Plant in 3. Off they go. Show Love began well with Burren Court. Show Love out quickly just behind those Dermot going forward. Then Mr Madrid, who's easing back behind them. Ice Vintage began fast over towards the flat rail with Lucky Rule and Wilkinson. As they settle footy now, He-Man plotting a course down the middle of the track. Now the Crushing Plant heading to the 600 and Burren Court are the 2 leaders. Show Love just behind them and Dermot's come across this way. So too He-Man the Grey heading towards the grandstand side. Piper's Piper. Over towards the middle of the course is Wilkinson. Lucky Rule in sight. Nice Vintage is closest to the middle of the track. Hawksmoor a good way back and Kazaragi has only about 3 behind him. Inside the 400 metres, they're right across the track. And here it's now Burren Court running in to be the leader. Wilkinson coming at it. Show Love's under pressure. He-Man is bursting through. Lucky Rule the inside. It's He-Man and Wilkinson racing to the 100 metre mark together. Wilkinson, He-Man from Lucky Rule. Wilkinson giving plenty. Kazaragi flying. Wilkinson in front. Wilkinson won it. Kazaragi would take it up and grab second. Lucky Rule a handy third. And Piper's Piper from He-Man close up. Then Hawksmoor, followed by just behind those horses was Mr Madrid.
In the front straight, 2,000 metres for the Mallacoota Cup. Now we're just waiting on Benari, wasn't right, to the outside of Nullarbor Nights, on the outside of the field of 10. 1,000 leagues a bit fractious. Track is cleared. And they're about to jump. Away they go. West End Flyer on the inside, and Our Sky began as well as anything with 1,000 leagues showing pace early from Lovers Road, hooking in behind them Arden Street, Davenport Trist. Nullarbor Nights is the widest runner as they run down the straight the first time, going up towards the lead. The groom in behind those, and reefed out to the back is Bunari. Davenport Trist is back to second last, and third last is Ronga Franca as they run out of the straight. West End Flyer about to be joined by Nullarbor Nights, wants to go faster. Our Sky is third from Lovers Road, and just getting ahead of them is 1,000 leagues. The groom around the outside. 2 lengths to Davenport Trist, heeled up on the inside of Arden Street. A length and a half to Ronga Franca and a couple to Bunari, who's last of all. But West End Flyer kept them out at the 1,400 and moved away by 2 lengths to Nullarbor Nights, who's pulling now as the pace slackens off. And Our Sky is third on the inside. A length and a half to 1,000 leagues with a perfect run fourth. Lovers Road is fifth and moving to its outside, the groom. Pace very slow. Some of these pulling. Davenport Trist is getting up on the inside of Ronga Franca. Between the pair was Arden Street momentarily. And a length and a half Bunari quietly ridden 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. West End Flyer rated well by Lee Anderson in the back. A length and a half Nullarbor Nights, which is still pulling with the slow pace. And Our Sky is third. 3 parts to 1,000 leagues getting closer on the outside. A length and a half the groom. Smothered away on its inside is Lovers Road. Ronga Franca's going forward now, about to come out 3 wide from Arden Street. Davenport Trist quietly ridden us back along the inside. And there's Bunari now tacking on 3 wide. And there's only 4.5 lengths between the field. Nullarbor Nights starts to sprint off the side at the 850, gets a length to West End Flyer and 1,000 leagues. Ronga Franca's in close touch, followed by the groom, and dropping off is Our Sky. Bunari coming around the outside. Davenport Trist held up on the inside of Arden Street, and 2-2 Lovers Road last of all. The giant Nullarbor Night strides by 3 parts to 1,000 leagues at the 600. West End Flyer kicking back on the inside. Ronga Franca's going to have the last drop, and they're about 4 or 5 lengths clear now of Davenport Trist, getting up on the inside of the groom with Bunari, and Arden Street a mile back. Nullarbor Nights joined by 1,000 leagues, probably going a little bit better, and West End Flyer's got up on the inside. Here's Ronga Franca down the outside, racing a little bit greenly from Davenport Trist and the groom. It's 1,000 leagues and Nullarbor Nights, West End Flyer and Ronga Franca behind them. 1,000 leagues on the outside. West End Flyer battling back. Nullarbor Nights in the centre. 1,000 leagues will just get there over Nullarbor Nights, West End Flyer, and Ronga Franca just behind them from Arden Street. Davenport Trist didn't run on from the groom. Bunari in a big gap in the field to Lovers Road, and Our Sky back behind those runners.
Can't see Stop the Nation's the inside runner, making a comeback from a long injury. And they're off now. Stop the Nation missed the start by a length or so. Els Emile was probably one of the first to go out into stride. Beginning pretty quickly too was Janus, and Sheer Expense has got away quite well too. Replaces up in a good spot early in the race. Rustic Wood is just behind them over on the inside. Then Mubarak on the outside from Northern Special. Mr Divine is second last, and last is Stop the Nation. When they link up with the course proper now, the leader over on the inside is Els Emile, about a neck to Janus. A length length further back to replace with the yellow cap. Sheer Expense is racing wide around the outside, and then Northern Special tucked in on the rails. 2 lengths to Mubarak, another 2 lengths then to Mr. Divine. Stop the Nation second last, and Rustic Wood dropped back to last. They all want to get to the front of the 600 metre mark. There must be a big prize for being first into the straight. Sheer Expense on the outside works its way to the front now from Janus and Elsa Meal on the rails. Replace is next, followed then by Northern Special looking for more room. Mubarak has taken to the outside, then Mr. Divine Stop the Nation, and Rustic Wood's a mile back. At the top of the straight now, and Sheer Expense staying out wide, revelling in the conditions, straightens up nicely clear from Janus. Mubarak is running on fairly well, and Replace coming through on the rails. Sheer Expense in front with Janus. Mubarak might bowl them all over. It's coming down the outside like a train now. Mubarak raced up from Janus and Replace. Mubarak on the outside, some improvement on Corowa, and it's won. Mubarak first, Janus second, Replace third. Sheer Expense is fourth. Then Mr. Divine, followed by Northern Special, Stop the Nation, and Elsa Meal was last in. Well, they backed it as if it was unbeatable last week.
Field of 11, they're ready to go. Off now. Huntingfield began well on the inside, and Toy Carousel out of the barrier stalls pretty quickly. Little Export, a shade slow, has hustled up to go forward. And now as they settled into stride, it's Huntingfield, a narrow leader from moving up Ashton to second, and Trips has worked across to get to third. Still trapped a little bit wide, and Toy Carousel dropped in behind them fourth on the inside. They're followed by New Dilemma, a length and a half further back as Hobart, Carmanesque and Tampico on the rails. Turtle, Little Export, Star Spell behind it, and Defence Force last of all. Huntingfield running the field along. Out towards the 1100 metre mark, a length and a half in front. Ashton is second, 2 lengths to Trips. Moving up quickly as Hobart, fired up around the outside, will not settle and fights the rider to get to third. Trips is fourth and about 1 off the rail now with Toy Carousel on the fence. A length and a half, New Dilemma out 3 wide around Tampico and Little Export. They're followed by Carmanesque, Star Spell and Defence Force last. They've bunched a little, and Huntingfield, the leader from Hobart, going up to almost join it. Ashton always on the pace third, and Toy Carousel's had a good run. It's climbing over their backs, just needs to get a run through when they come around the bend. Toy Carousel the favourite. It's angling for an inside run when they corner. Carmanesque and Trips are coming wide. Huntingfield the leader. On the outside is Ashton and Hobart, with Toy Carousel hopelessly bailed up. He's easing right across about 5 horses' heels to try and get into the clear, Matthew Gatt. It's Carmanesque coming with a run on the outside, and Trips and Carmanesque go to the lead together. Toy Carousel finally into the clear with Tampico on her outside. Trips, Carmanesque and Toy Carousel on the outside. 120 metres to go. Carmanesque takes the lead. Toy Carousel can't reach it. Trips on the inside, and Carmanesque is going on to win it. Carmanesque first, Toy Carousel an unlucky second, and Trips third. A gap behind them. Defence Force ran on nicely. Tampico, he'll be better for the run. Next, Star Spell, Huntingfield, followed by Hobart, who pulled very hard mid-stages. Ashton dropped out.
They make the first turn. Fallen Lad drifting back with Stars Appear and Coogan quietly ridden last of all. Theelmar leads out by a length and a half, now gets across in front of Bugsy. 4 or 5 to go, Rosso, Joe and Zoff, and Imanus is 3 deep and Laird's Image is 4 deep. There's been plenty of pace on early. Around the outside, 2.5 lengths further back in the field, making some ground now is Ace Way from back in the pack. Drifting back, Major Hit now on the inside of Bellstyle, about to go past it. Major Hit being ridden along a little bit. 2.5 lengths to Devon Valley Lady. They haven't loafed in this. Bull Rout and Fallen Lad are well back in the field with Coogan, and Stars Appear as last. Theelmar the outside, a half to Bugsy at the 850, a length and a half to Imanus, getting up on the inside of Laird's Image. Go Rosso Joe is next from Zoffin around the outside, followed by Aceway the inside of Bellstyle. Major Hit ridden along about 6 lengths off the lead at that point, followed by Devon Valley Lady. A length back to Coogan, picking up the bit with Fallen Lad, and these other 2 Stars Appear and Bull Rout are well out of it. Theelmar just in front of Laird's Image. Here come the swoopers. Zoffin out wide with Bellstyle. Major Hit, Imanus is locked up for a run behind Bugsy. Bugsy, and so is Aceway as they turn from Go Rosso Joe. Devon Valley Lady looking for somewhere to go. Bugsy fights back on the inside with Emin Uston. Thielmar down the outside as Aceway now. Go Rosso Joe the inside. Out wide Bellstyle, and here comes Major Hit, who's joining in quickly now. The tote favourite Major Hit and Aceway have got away in the straight with 200 to go. Down the outside is Coogan. Major Hit and fighting back on the inside Aceway with Bellstyle and Devon Valley Lady. Devon Valley Lady flashes. Might have just beaten Major Hit, which looked the winner. Even 10 metres from home. Third is tight from Bellstyle and Aceway. Fallen Lads made ground from Zoffin and Coogan. Then came
Side and Rough Party have both begun very quickly, getting away quite well as our Better Dare is about fifth early. Luva Lad is in a good spot early, and Grey Comet is just behind them. Now let's open the window and see if we can see something here. When they settle down into stride now, taking the lead, Rough Party. From on the inside, Grey Comet was another one in the middle there. Might be Mr. Guinness. About a length further back to Solidarity, and then Hill went up closer today with Ash Boy out wider. Then came Super Maru, followed by a Piro. A length further back in the race then is Our Better Dare, and John's niggling at it. A length to Misadventurous, followed then by Tamashar on the inside. Wide is Luva Lad, a fair way back Piro, followed by Mistress Ripple, and Winter Coup is out the back with Doolam Gem. They're packed up the side of the track. Grey Comet went through on the inside to lead Mr. Guinness. Rough Party and Solidarity is out very wide. Deep on the track then now, starting to come around them quickly is Doolam Gem. Just behind them is Hill Gwen as they come to the corner. They fan across the track now. Grey Comet on the inside, out wide Rough Party. Where's this favourite? It's not there at the moment. It's under pressure and couldn't win. Misadventurous right down the outside is the swooper, and Ash Boy is getting through in the middle. So it's Rough Party, Ash Boy, Solidarity, and on the outside Misadventurous, the four in line. Ash Boy now puts its head in front of Rough Party and Solidarity. It's Ash Boy and Rough Party. Ash Boy doing better, wins from Rough Party. Solidarity third, and fourth home was Misadventurous. Further back in the race then, Winter Coup ran on well from...
All locked away. 1400 the journey, and they're off and racing. Beautiful Dispatch too. Cinnamon Sky, one of the first to bounce out, is going to try and lead early. Jugar Bay is hunted up into second on the outside. Dancing Sculptor came across quickly, is up into third placing as they settle down, followed by Magic Sword, and then Brave Chief fifth. Then follows Lucky Tycoon Magic over on the outside, and Sky Version getting up inside it. One to Titan Abbey, and they're followed by Bold Poet. Lucky Enough is back towards the end and second last, and 3 lengths last of all is Super Express. They're heading to the 800 metre mark. Cinnamon Sky 3/4 to Jugar Bay. Third placing held by Dancing Sculptor, the outside of Sky Version. One to Brave Chief, followed by Magic Sword. Lucky Enough moving up out wide. Bold Poet the rail. Tycoon Magic is next, followed by Tintern Abbey, and back last is Super Express when they came to the corner. 600 left to go. Cinnamon Sky the leader from Jugar Bay. 2 lengths to Dancing Sculptor, and Lucky Enough moving up out wide on the course. Sky Version on the rail when they corner. Bold Poet is behind it from Brave Chief. Magic Sword, Tycoon Magic coming to the outside. Cinnamon Sky led Jugar Bay in the straight. Dancing Sculptor wider out, and Lucky Enough the deepest. Sky Version back on the inside. And at this stage at the race, Tycoon Magic not making enough ground. Cinnamon Sky skipped away at the 250. Dancing Sculptor's more than 2 lengths away from Sky Version. Jugar Bay and nothing else making ground. Cinnamon Sky in front at the 100 metres. Dancing Sculptor's knuckling down to the task. Cinnamon Sky in front, but Dancing Sculptor grabs it right on the line, and Dancing Sculptor got up and won from Cinnamon Sky. Lands some good bets. Jugar Bay in third placing. They're followed by Brave Chief, Bold Poet, Titan Abbey and Sky Version. Magic Sword in behind them, followed by Tycoon Magic, Lucky Enough, and back last of all was Super Express.
Cap, then Larwood, and last is Our Paley attacking on. Out of the straight they run towards the 1400 now. Cleaborn Lad by a length. Ron's Regret is second. Military Spirit on the fence is running third. A length to Silky Sun, one off the fence and on the rails is Exhibitor. A length further back to Lord Ruler, and Brave Lancer is in the centre. One to Dr. Carrot tucked in on the rails. Our Paler is back second last, and last is Larwood as they travel into the back straight. 1200 metres to go. Cleaborn Lad now pressured by the jumper Silky Sun on the outside. Getting a nice cover behind them as Ron's Regret and Military Spirit is tucked in on the rails. 2 lengths further back to Lord Gruler, covering ground around the outside of Exhibitor. Back along the inside then is Dr. Carrot. Brave Lance is losing ground rather badly there. Then our Palea, and last of all is Lower. I'll just have to open the window to see if I can get a look at them. Coming to the 800 metre mark now, and Cleaborn Lad and Silky Sun lead by a length and a half. Ron's Regret is third on the outside of Military Spirit, given every chance. Lord Ruler hard ridden, and Dr. Carrot starting to improve. Then Exhibitor and our Palea. Brave Lancer doesn't seem to be handling the conditions. It's got back to second last, and Larwood is last. 700 or 600 to go now. Cleaborn Lad got away from Military Spirit. Silky Sun has dropped off very quickly. Running on is Dr. Carrot, and Ron's Regret is dropping out badly. And then Brave Lancer starting to get a go on after coming back to last. Cleaborn Lad tackled by Military Spirit at the top of the straight, and Military Spirit, the local horse, went to the lead from Cleaborn Lad, and they're well clear of Dr. Carrot, who's starting to run on fairly well down the outside. But Military Spirit, the leader below the 200 metre mark, about a half a length to Cleaborn Lad. Military Spirit doing better than Cleaborn Lad in the closing stages. She's riding at hands and heels. The Cleaborn Lad hanging on well, but Military Spirit too good by a length to Cleaborn Lad. Third, Dr. Carrot, then Brave Lancer. They're coming in at long intervals. Silky Sun followed by Larwood, and then came Lord Ruler and Exhibitor. Second last, our Palea, and last to pull up in the race is Ron's Regret.
Last off and racing. With Grace began quickly down on the inside, and Royal Centuriac began fast, also into stride quickly as Witch Ruler. Quit Leader sitting in behind them fourth, and Ethan's Dulcinea goes up to fifth now. They're followed by Little Miss Echo, Limber Up, and then came Military Amore. Going forward, Common Style around the outside. Sealed isn't far away from those horses. Barbados Bell, Lance spread out very wide on the improve, and then Final Draw second last, and back last is Hildesart at the 1300, and Royal Centuriac had worked at the lead now. It's Royal Centuriac a half a length in front. Running second, Little Miss Echo. Common Starter half a length away third. The outside with Grace just behind them fourth. They're followed by Lansford, who's deep, and Witch Ruler between horses. 2 lengths further back in the field is Quit Leader, and then Ethan's Dulcinea the outside, followed by Limber Up and Sealed. A length further back is Barbados Bell, followed by Military Amore, Hildesart, and Final Draw last of all. Royal Centuriac the leader, coming down the side, 3/4 of a length, Little Miss Echo. In third placing with Grace on the inside of Common Style, and they're followed by Witch Ruler, Lanceret. 1 to Quit Leader, Ethan's Dulcinea. A half to Limber Up. A length further back, Sealed in the orange colours on the inside from Barbados Bell and Hildesart. Military Amore a good way back, and now as they came to the turn, Final Draw is going to be about last and out wide when they swing, and Royal Centuriac is going to come round the turn, the leader from Little Miss Echo. Common Style out wide, and with Grace behind the leader. They're being followed then by Ethan's Dulcinea, pulled to the outside, and Witch Ruler followed by Limber Up. Final Draw's gone right to the outside. Royal Centuriac asked to go inside the 400, with Grace moved up quickly on the inside to have a crack at her now. Then Common Style followed by Little Miss Echo. Quit Leader getting through, and they're followed by Witch Ruler at the 200. Royal Centuriac kicks back again and has with Grace beaten. Quit Leader's running on, and Military Amore swapping them out wide. Royal Centuriac tackled by Military Amore and Quit Leader. Military Amore on the outside. Military Amore's won it. Either Royal Centuriac or Quit Leader for the Miners. Then with Grace followed by Witch Ruler, and back behind those in the field then was Final Draw, followed by Hildesart, who made some ground on the run home, and next was Sealed, followed by Final Draw, and back behind those in the field to finish. At the head of the other horses was Limber Up, Ethan's Dulcinea towards the end. Barbados Bell was second last, and Common Style was last of all. Military Amore swapping them down the outside has got up to win, and it's a photo for the minor end of the prize.
Away they go. Artie Pearl jumped reasonably well. Serene Siren was probably last out of the stalls from the inside. Artie Pearl is up sharing the lead, and Volterra is going through very fast now to be one of those leaders, with Maximus Star and Blazing Legend. Just behind them is Stick to Me, followed by Gabardine. Serene Siren, after being a bit slow out, is hunting up on the inside to get to about fourth last now. Back there, the last of all, Limited Favour. Poseidon Star's in front of it with Don't Babble. Maximus Star wants to race at the 750 and leads out by a length and a half to Volunteer to second, and third is Blazing Legend on the outside inside of Stick to Me. Artie Pearl's had to work 3 deep now as Gabardine pushes up in the centre and Serene Siren gets inside, runs 2.5 lengths back in the field. Don't Babble 2 lengths further back, Poseidon Star and tacking on limited favour, but 8 lengths off the leader. Maxima Star at the 600. Artie Pearl whizzing around the outside. Volunteers had the run of the race behind the leader. Blazing Legend is out a little bit wider. Stick to Me looks for the rail. Serene Siren's running on strongly behind them on the turn from Gabardine, and then came limited favour and Don't Babble. They're across the track. Stick to Me got up on the inside of Maxima Star. Volunteer's been travelling well, and Artie Pearl down the outside is joining in quickly. Stick to Me the inside. Volunteer, Maxima Star and Artie Pearl down the outside, dying on its run. Volunteer clear. Maxima Star is battling back. Volunteer racing a little greenly, but it's too good. Scores by a couple of lengths going home to Maxima Star, and it's tight for third. Stick to Me might have kicked again on the inside of Artie Pearl, and just behind them making ground Don't Babble. Blazing Legend dropped off with Serene Siren. Back behind them was at the head of the others Gabardine, and then came limited favour, and last over the line was Poseidon Star. Stand by for placings. Volunteer will get the last. Just a little bit green in the straight. Put the ears back. But Brian Park rides a winning treble here. Young apprentice Brian Park and Gareth Andrews.
Stand down.
Ready to go now, about to break 1500.